Hello, parents. Hi, good morning. Sorry for the sorry that we are late. Okay, can you all hear me clearly? Okay, we are a bit late today. Okay, wait, let me just see what I can do. Do you all hear any echo? Okay, this is better. Okay, if you are here joining us, can you come and say hi? Come in and just say hi to us. Can you all see us on the page now? Just say hi. Hey, I see quite a number of people. Hello Raymond. Hi Eunice. Hi. Yeah, sorry, we had some technical issues in the morning, so we were a little late. And yeah, okay. So today we are going to share about how we can communicate effectively with your secondary children. This is a topic that we have been getting a lot of requests to speak about recently. So again, this is our Kopitalk, just breakfast and coffee and just a few of us chatting. Okay. Hi, Shalene. Hi. Okay. Yeah, please come in and say hi to us. Also, share this, on your own personal page or to whoever that may find it useful. Okay, Teacher Nicole, you want to say hi?
Hello, hi.
Yeah, you all see a new face. Yeah, okay. So Teacher Nicole is our head of secondary, and today she will be co-hosting this Kopitalk with me because as you all know, I haven't had any secondary school children yet. Okay, yeah. So Teacher Nicole, however, she has a lot of experience teaching secondary school kids, so she will be able to share more on this. Okay, it looks like the Facebook Live is doing well. Have you had your breakfast? Okay. How many of you here have secondary school children? Can you just write down like a me, like, you got secondary school kids? Anybody want, like you have secondary school children? Like me? Okay, I see that you are keeping quiet, but I suppose there must be a lot of you with secondary school children. Okay, so secondary school children, yes. Okay, I think you all will notice that as they grow older, okay, it's like me just not asking you question. The answers will come very slowly. All right, they are usually a bit more quiet. They keep to themselves a bit more. The communication will start to see more one way rather than two way. All right. In fact, if you have any primary 5 or 6 children, you will also find that the communication is it's really starting like the preteens, right? Okay. So today Teacher Nicole, maybe you want to put out some slides so that we can share more about how to communicate effectively with our secondary school children. Yeah. Okay, are you
Okay,
at work?
Okay, I'm going to share my slide.
Are you able to share?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay. Can you all see the screen?
I can. Parents, let us know if you can see the screen. I think they can too. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the key thing as what teacher, okay, so parents again, Kopitalk. So we are, okay, yeah, please share with us also if you have any tips. To be very honest, this is a topic that I want to know, okay, because my own child my eldest is primary 6, all right, and he is already starting to, show signs of non-communicative mood, and I have to watch his moods, right? And before I want to say certain things. In fact, I don't know whether you feel this way, but in the past, right, when I want to say something important to him, I actually don't need to plan. I just, okay, now it's a quiet time. I just talk. And I know that he will respond. But these days, right, when I want to speak to him on anything that that I feel is important, for example, let's say about his learning attitude, I actually have to plan and strategize. Do y'all feel this way like me? Do you experience that? The planning and the strategizing is the part that is Edward, is the part that is getting difficult. Yeah. So yesterday I wanted to speak to him, and unfortunately I wasn't very successful. So his body language, right, is just full of resistance. All right. His body language was like, no, this is not the time. Okay. But I need to have that conversation. All right. So I still went on. And as you can guess, yeah, thank you for sharing, saying yes. I don't feel so alone now. So yesterday I still went on and had the conversation. So you can imagine, it wasn't very successful. It was a disaster. Yeah. So I like what teacher Nico wrote here, conversations that they want to have. So I guess when our children are growing older, it's not about conversations that we need to have or we want to have, but what they want to have. Right. Okay. So I let teacher Nico bring it on.
Okay, hello parents. This is my first time giving a webinar. Yeah, so I hope I don't embarrass myself here.
No, it's Kopitalk.
Yeah,
Our parents are
give
very
some
nice.
encouragement to me.
Your parents must give encouragement. Okay, give her a like or something.
Okay, all right. Okay, so the theme for today, is effective communication with your teen. Okay, so before I start, right, let me give a self introduction first. Okay, okay. So my name is Nicole Lee. Okay, so you can call me Teacher Nicole or Miss Nicole. Okay, I can be reached by this email address. Okay, so a little background information about me. I am an accounting and finance grad. Okay, but I have enrolled in NIE Master of Education. Okay, I've also worked in the education sector. Okay, as both a teacher and also a curriculum developer. Okay, in various settings. Okay, in as a private tutor. Okay, in tuition centers and also in school. Okay. Then I taught, I've been teaching mathematics. Okay, I've taught E and A math. Okay, all right. So, oops.
It's okay. It happens. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, to explore how we can communicate effectively with the teenagers, right? We have to first recall how it was like, to be a teenager. Okay, when we were younger. Okay, when we were younger. Okay. Anybody, right, actually able to engage you in a very positive manner. Okay, you have to recall who actually was able to do so. Okay, and what did they do, right, that was very different, and how did that actually make you feel? Okay, so we need to explore how a teenage actually thinks. Okay, then at this teenage phase, right, because they undergo multiple social, emotional, and physical changes. Okay, and that can actually lead to make them very vulnerable to certain emotional or mental conditions. Okay, that is actually very common among teens. Okay, so promoting psychological well-being, right, through meaningful conversations, okay, is actually very critical at this phase. Okay, so we are going to look at some of the ways, right, at which we can actually enhance this parent children or parent teenagers communication. Okay. Okay.
So the teenage brain.
Teenage brain. Yeah. So what's going on in their heads? Okay, so we need to roughly know, or what's going on in their hearts. Okay, we need to roughly know. Okay, so in the heat of the moment, right, usually, their decisions, you have to know that their decisions are overly influenced by emotions. Okay, not exactly by how they think. Okay, it's more like how they feel. Okay, experiments, right, have actually been done on teenagers and adults. Okay, and then you realize that through the experiment, okay, so what is the experiment about? Okay, so scans of the brain, right, can be done, right, to show different parts of the brain lighting up when that part is being used. Okay, so when adults and teens, right, look at the same facial expressions, okay, when they first look at the same facial expressions, right, the parts of the brain that light up are different. Okay, so you realize that adults, right, actually use the prefrontal cortex. Okay, this is the part that actually rules planning. Okay, it rules impulse control and higher order thought. Whereas for the teens, right, the parts that lead up, okay, are actually those that are linked to emotions. Okay, those that are linked to emotions. So in other words, right, they are trying to use emotions to understand facial expressions. Okay, so
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
correct. Because
Makes sense.
adults and teens, right, use different parts of their brain to interpret something.
Yeah,
Yeah. So as
yeah.
a result, right, okay, you can imagine this, okay? You imagine, like, for example, like when you are late for work, okay, and then you have to find your keys, for example. Okay, I know some people start to get very irrational, and then you start looking at the same place again and again and again, even though you know that the keys are not there. Okay, so this happens for teens also, okay, because they don't think with their heads anymore. Yeah, so they start to, like, just like go according to how they feel, and then like that. Okay, so
Yeah,
as
so
a result,
that's
right?
why they have this
Mm,
vicious cycle, right? Of like
yes, yes,
stemming their feet and then put
yeah,
like very
correct,
emotional
correct,
actions. Yeah, I can
yeah,
relate. I was once
correct,
like that.
yes,
I can still remember myself
yes,
as a teenager.
yes, yes.
Not too long
Yeah,
ago.
that's
As if. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
parents, you can share with us also, if you have seen your child doing that. This is actually really, really
Mm,
important. And this is actually what teachers, right, we actually also study when we're in NIE. So don't downplay these parents. This is actually much more intense and much more, it plays a really important role than you think. The
mm,
cortex, right, the frontal cortex, the rational part, right, will only be fully developed only when a person is 25 years old. Can you imagine that?
yes.
That's really a long time, our parents. So that's why some
Mm,
people, right, they take such a long time to build this. But I also see that children who can um, manage their emotions very well, all right, they actually grow up to be really, really balanced adults. I think that's very important.
mm,
Yeah, the journey, right? Mm,
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 yeah.
mm.
So that's why, right, you notice something, you notice that teens tend to misinterpret emotions. So sometimes they will misunderstand, like your anxiety. Like they will, like, instead of interpreting it as anxiety, as you being anxious and concerned about them, they will see it as like anger. Okay, they will see it as
Oh,
anger. They will see it as
oh,
aggression all the time,
mm,
coming from the mom, coming from the dad
mm,
all the time.
mm,
They'll be like, why is my mom angry all the time? Yeah, so they will interpret it in this way. Okay, so because
mm,
of that, right, it will often
mm,
lead to a lot of miscommunication. Okay, so here,
mm,
right, we have to teach the teens, right, to be able to acknowledge their own emotions. Okay, they need to know how to verbalize what exactly they are feeling. They need to rationalize what they are feeling, which I know at this point it is quite challenging, okay, for these kids. But the thing is, usually, okay, as when I speak with a lot of students, okay, I try to make them rationalize, like make them verbalize, like, why are you like this? Okay, why do you knock your, some students, right, when they get really angry, they will like throw things and all that. They'll be like, why are you doing this? Like, can you tell me why? Like, you have to make them verbalize it. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
mm.
What would your
So
advice be for parents
mm,
so that it will encourage teens to speak to moms like me?
later on, I have tips. Okay, I have summarized 10 tips,
All
a
right.
lot of tips that you can
Okay.
actually use. And I actually apply those 10 tips also, okay, when I communicate with
Hmm.
them. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Later on, I will share,
Okay,
okay,
I'll take
after this.
notes.
Okay, now we try to understand them first, okay, before we actually go into like what we should do. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next, peer pressure. Okay, peer pressure. How come I don't see this slide changing? Um, can you see my slide change to peer pressure?
yes.
Okay, okay, can. Okay, okay, can. Because I don't see it in the Facebook. So I was like, why isn't it changing? Okay. All right. Okay. So right, as teens become better, right, at thinking, okay, they start to have actually at this age, right, social anxiety and peer pressure becomes a significant, it is actually a stress for them. Okay. these kids, especially those who are not really confident about themselves.
Yeah, because they
Okay?
want
Yeah,
approval.
correct. They want peer approval. Okay, they
Yeah.
really want peer approval. They want to look cool in front of everybody.
Yes.
So right, yes. So they want this, like, yeah, to be part of a team, for example. Okay, so
Yeah.
you notice that some of the kids, right, they like to hang out with the friends till late and all that. It's only because the mom control them. The mom say you should go home, so that's why they go home. Otherwise, they
Oh,
would rather spend the time with the friends, like after school. Yes, that happens. Okay.
Then I guess I'm quite
Yeah.
lucky.
Oh, okay. Because your kid is very obedient, different. Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
more introverted lah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So usually, right, at this stage, because they are adapting to their physical changes as well. Okay, because of growth spurts and because of increased weight and then changes in their body proportions. Okay, and then they sometimes become too preoccupied with their appearance. Okay, so what that means is that, like, as parents, right, you cannot give too many comments about the looks. Yeah, what this implies is like that. Okay, because if you, like, say too much about how they dress, how they look, right, sometimes it could be you may think that it's okay. You may think that, oh, I'm just telling my kid, okay, that he or she shouldn't dress like this or da. But then sometimes, right, it will indirectly, like, because they interpret it differently. So they will see it like, you trying to say that they are not good looking or something like that. Yeah. So it will actually hurt them a lot. Okay, so because of these changes in appearance, right, sometimes it will cause some embarrassment to kids. Okay, so you realize that for secondary kids, okay, they usually, a lot of them don't like to show their faces on Zoom. Yeah, they can show the ceiling, they can show everywhere else except the face. So sometimes they just show the forehead. Okay, I know for primary kids, right, sometimes they will use virtual background, etc., but they still show the face, right? But then for secondary kids, no. Okay, some of them, they just show this part, like the eye or the forehead, like that. Okay, and we can't really force them to show their faces. Okay, so as teachers, right, usually, because we do understand that, some of them, they may have this inferiority complex. Okay, they may have this like lack of this low self-esteem issue. Okay, so that's why we do not actually, like, force them, like, say, oh, you must show me your face, like that. Yeah, so that's a slightly different approach already. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
even
actually,
though
they will do like monkey see, monkey do, right? Like my friends don't
Mhm.
switch on, I also better don't switch on. I don't want to be the odd one out.
Yeah, something like this, but on top of that, like, sometimes it could be because of like, because of the self-esteem. Okay, and because of hormonal changes, they may have, like, outbreak,
Yeah.
like pimple outbreak, etc. They do not like their friends to see, like, how they actually look, especially, like, now, right, you realize that a
Oh.
lot of them are with masks. So without the mask, they don't want to let the friends see, like, how they actually look like. Yeah, I noticed that.
So
So they
maybe
will,
we
like,
can teach them
cover them.
some care tips.
No, I would think
Not
that it's
catchy.
because they are not confident with their looks. Actually, I've ever praised, like teenagers. I say, wow, you're so pretty today. Wow, so handsome. I will say this, right? But they don't take it very, they take it
Yes.
Asian culture.
yeah, it's no, I
No.
read this. Also, parents, I think that sometimes maybe at home, right? We really need to tell our children how pretty and how handsome they
How
look.
good they look.
Yeah, how good they look. It's not like fashion sense or what, but I really feel that we don't say this enough. We don't praise for, maybe because we are Singaporeans, we are very practical, right? So we think that outlooks are not something that we should focus on. But because they're teenagers, their their image, their external image is actually very important to them right now, like at this moment. Yeah, I mean, even for me right now, I'm still a teenager. My external image is still very important to me. Right. I mean, yeah, who doesn't like to hear things that, wow,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
this is the thing about a lot of parents. Y'all
ah,
think that, right, by
mm,
saying this, your kid
ah,
will, like, really believe, or like your kid will, but
oh,
yeah, but it's actually, right, they don't like it when parents try too hard. Yeah, I've got kids who tell me like the
Ah.
mom try too hard, too hard to try to make conversations, too hard to try to like tell he or she that your appearance is fine, that kind of thing.
So
Like they
is it
find it very cringy. They
so
say
so
it's very
is
cringy.
it because that they have not
Yeah.
been doing it since they were
No,
younger?
because they themselves are actually they are starting to be more self-aware. So they are actually quite aware of how they look, especially okay, they will usually use their idols like Korean idols or that as a reference. So they will always think that like I don't look as good,
That's so high
etc.
standard.
But yeah, something like that, something like that. Yeah, so the thing is, when parents tell the kids, oh, you actually look good and all that, then they will think that, oh, it's just trying to make me feel better only.
Mm.
Yeah, they will think that way. So actually they will not think that like you are like they really look that good. They
Then
don't
how
think that
to
way
then how
actually.
to tell them that you really look okay? Like,
Oh, you
I
should be
mean,
confident of
Actually,
yourself.
yeah,
okay,
like,
confidence,
yeah,
right? Unless okay, the thing is when we want
uh-huh.
to share about confidence, tell them that they are you can be more confident, right? Actually, what they want, right, is like you don't need to try too hard. You just need to tell them, oh, maybe like if you want to become better, actually can give some like tips, okay, to help them maybe improve
Mm,
the skin condition,
mm,
or like
mm,
maybe like, oh, how you can make your hair better, then
mm,
etc. But don't like try too hard and say that, oh, you are perfect or like you are very nice. That kind of thing is like, to them they can actually identify that this is like just like trying to appease them or something.
Oh
Yeah, they can
no.
see, they can see through you, they can tell. But if you are giving like genuine like tips, right, say,
mm,
oh, because they themselves, they are aware that the skin condition is not good or something. Okay, they are aware, so you just need to tell them that, oh, how about I bring you to see a dermatologist or something, okay, that can
Oh,
treat your this condition. Yeah, or something. Then after that they will be like, oh, okay, like this. Yeah, then they will go with
mm,
it. Yeah, something like that. So
but
don't like
I feel that
try
self-image
to.
is really so important at this stage, because
mm,
a lot of them, especially the girls,
Yeah.
they do struggle with like anorexia
mm,
or like
Mm,
bulimia, this kind of eating
mm,
disorders. Like
mm,
as
mm,
parents, right? This is something that we are really afraid of. Yeah, and
mm,
we are all born with certain genetic characteristics lah. Like some of us are really more skinnier, than others. So
mm,
it's like how do we promote like healthy self-image? I mean that's something that is in my mind. It's really in my mind. Although mine is a boy, but later on I have a girl, and I know that girls are a bit more they can take this
mm,
on quite
mm.
aggressively. Yes.
Okay, but
Mm,
usually, right,
mm,
if the student has like
mm,
eating
mm,
disorder, okay, I know
mm,
some of them they have
mm,
binge eating, okay,
mm,
some of them they eat
mm,
like a lot, or like some of them they just have this like you said anorexia, okay, then
anorexia, yeah.
it's yeah, I do have students like this before, okay, but usually that is actually linked to um
Mm,
usually lah, okay, this will come with anxiety disorder, it will also come with depression, etc. So these kids, right, they are not just like not something that you can just treat, okay, just by like counseling, just by telling. Okay, usually we have to refer them to like professionals, because usually it will come hand in hand with anxiety issues and depression.
mm,
Yeah, so
mm,
you realize that these kids generally they will behave,
mm.
or the mood, okay, their mood will be slightly a little different from the rest. Yeah, so
But the thing,
yeah,
yeah,
usually
I
these
like
we
what
will
you
have to
say.
refer
I like what you
professional.
say, but I
Yeah.
like what you say. But the problem is, right, I also
Mm,
know of
mm,
many parents, right, who think that it's a
mm.
stage. It's just a stage.
It's
Yeah, and then when they discovered that their child has problems, oh, it's
mm,
actually it's already way beyond
mm.
like you say, you need to go for professional help. And
Yes.
the thing
Yes.
is, I mean, we are having a Kopitalk. I just be very open.
Mm,
I know of many students also have this issue, and when they need to seek for the professional help, right? It's a very long drawn journey. It takes years,
mm,
and
mm,
I personally have friends who went through this, and I know that even when they became an adult, they lapse into
mm,
the eating
mm,
disorder very easily. It's like
mm, mm,
it's like this is like
mm.
pattern don't drop into this. Once you drop, it's so hard to get out of it. Yeah. So that's my
Mm,
view lah. Yeah.
understand.
Mm.
Okay, but
I'll
usually, right, in this case,
Mm,
yes,
you
yes,
go ahead.
mm,
yeah, yeah. Okay, usually, right, okay, that happens, right? Sometimes it's because of this, maybe you, maybe the parent, right, herself or himself, okay, didn't
mm,
observe the kid, enough. Okay, I
Mm.
feel that, observation
Agree.
is very important because if you have observed the kid like every day like this, right, how he or she
mm,
eats and all that, right, actually it's not hard to notice it right at the start. Okay, because it
mm,
will not like when it goes into a disorder, right, it will not be like a normal kind of like dieting anymore. Yeah, usually like a normal dieting, right, the way they behave is not like this. Actually they still crave for food. It's just
Mm.
that when they see it, they'll be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't eat, that kind of thing. It's actually more normal, like normal dieting. Okay. It's unlike this
Mm.
kind of disorder. This kind of disorder, it will turn into a different it will actually affect the way they behave as well. So
Okay.
actually, right, it's
Mm.
not unnoticeable one. Okay, it's actually
mm,
noticeable right at the start. It's just that, you will slowly observe that it will get worse and worse and worse like this.
mm.
You
Yes.
you
Okay,
raise
Yeah.
a
then
very
usually
important point
Yes.
that
mm,
parents, I think when they start to
Mm,
accept the fact that it is a
mm,
phase, then they start to leave their children alone. Then that's where
mm,
they lapse in observing the daily habits of the
mm,
child.
correct. Many
mm,
Yeah.
parents, I be honest, when the child reaches secondary, right, their thinking is, oh, okay, go, 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 go. Now you're on your own, you're independent already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but parents don't do that. Yeah, actually,
Not yet.
not yet. We see a lot, not yet. That you
mm.
still have to really watch it closely because maybe primary six drain us. I mean, I can feel it.
Think so.
PSLE drains me. But like I feel like I want to take a break from my parenting duty also. But I know that
Mm.
the teenage, the worst
Mm,
years, the most challenging ones are yet to come.
Yes.
Yet
mm,
Yes.
to come. So we still must continue our this observation job.
Yeah.
Like I
mm,
think it's
Now,
very
now that Joe mentioned, yes, I mean, it reminded me of that journey. So my son is in Sec
mm,
2. So I think in Sec 1, the first 3 months, I didn't interfere so much. I really wanted to give myself a breather. It was like enough, you know.
mm,
But at the same time, I remember to check in with him again because having different subjects, different school,
new
seven or
friends.
so 7 8 subjects, which
Uh-huh.
is like and this is academic. The non-academic subjects add in is like 10 different
Yeah.
subject teachers
Yeah.
walking in and out of the
Yeah.
room, having different rules and I think,
Friends.
wow,
Uh,
that's yes,
yeah.
that's so much for a 13-year-old to cope with.
Mm.
And plus this peer pressure, the look, and then realize you're the
Mm.
shortest in class. I told you, when you walk in, you realize that after a December holiday, your friend all tower over you. You feel, even though your results are very good, but physically you feel so small.
mm.
And you're stuck
Yes.
sitting in front of the class while your best friend is sitting at the last row. Wow. So cool,
Mm.
if you're sitting at the last row. You must be like the tallest and most handsome guy.
Yeah.
Then I'm so small. I'm sitting in front, right
You
in
are
front of the
right. Okay,
teacher.
yeah. So parents, the other thing is society norms are like
Mm,
boys must be muscular and tall, girls must
mm-mm.
be skinny
Mm,
and I
Long
don't know,
hair,
long hair,
pretty,
the
big eyes.
typical. Yeah, so the society norms also doesn't help lah. So actually she's
Yeah.
right. I actually noticed that because we are very close, right? So I noticed that the son also always comparing height. So I stopped saying all these
Always right.
things. Always I stopped saying this, so I start to say things like, yeah, you're going very well, you never know, I start to be like,
Yeah.
it's observation lah,
Divert
observation.
it.
Okay, I think you
Mm.
better move on to the next thing. What this one? A lot to talk about. Yeah.
yeah, yes, yes, yes.
But
It's a very
it's a good
interesting
point.
topic.
Yes, it
Yeah, very
is.
interesting topic.
Yes.
We
Okay,
should do
let's
Okay,
another copy
okay,
talk on this.
okay. Nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, okay. Even though
yeah.
like the okay, some parents may sometimes think that like friends, okay, uh are not so okay. But I want to tell all parents lah, okay, that friends will actually promote their growth. Okay, So friends, right, will actually teach them life skills. Okay, actually friendships are extremely important. Okay, don't think that, you know, friends, right, are not good. Then you should come home early, spend more time with family. Okay, but to be honest, right, at this age, right, okay, friendships actually teach them a lot of skills such as negotiation, okay, compromise, group planning. Okay, so friends are extremely important, okay, at this age, and this is when they start to learn, okay, social skills. Okay, they start to know how to read people. Okay, start to know how to interpret certain emotions. So I realized something. Okay, a lot of P6 students, okay, when they go up to Sec 1, okay,
Mm.
they lack this skill a lot.
Oh.
Okay, so at the start of this teenage phase, right, they really lack this skill. So they will say very insensitive things. Okay, they tend to, especially the boys, okay, when they are still like not so mature, right, they will say a lot of things that are inappropriate. Okay, but as you realize, as they become older and older and older and older, right, especially until Sec 4, they start to learn, okay, they shouldn't say certain things in class. So they start to become like more and more, they have this self-control after some time. Okay, then that is also partly because, right, the part of the brain that actually control the impulse, okay, that part actually develops over time.
I
Okay,
see.
so that's why over time they become better and better at it. So that's why I feel that at this age, right, friendships are still very, very important, are very important for kids. Yes. So don't try to like stop them like, okay, of course like we have to filter. Okay, we have to filter like
Right.
certain people, you know, are like bad influence, then we have to stop. Okay, but the thing is, okay, if those are good kids, or like you feel that, oh, they can hang out together, then actually it's okay that, you know, the kid actually interact a lot with these people. Yes. Okay. Okay, now moving on. Okay, risk takers. Okay, they are also, right, at this age, they are also high risk takers. Okay,
Wow.
so they have higher doses of risk. Okay, they actually feel they can actually manage, okay, higher doses of risk, okay, than adults do. All right, so okay, so what happened is that, right, because when taken together, together with all the hormonal changes and everything, right, okay, these changes can actually make them very vulnerable to very risky behaviors, like, for example, taking drugs, okay, for example, getting into fights, okay, for example, like, they like to try very exciting things, okay, they want to try very exciting things, okay, at this age, okay, so usually, right, as they grow older, right, they will start to be able to control that impulse better already. Okay, usually it's by pre-U. Okay, maybe like 17, 18, like that. Okay, then they will start to stabilize. Okay, and then they will
Right.
start to be more able to control. Yeah, but usually at this phase, right, the secondary school phase, they want to try a lot of new things. Yeah. So that explains how come sometimes, right, they will suddenly do something that is like, we are like, oh, huh? Like, why like that? Yeah, so
Testing,
sometimes
do you
kids
call it
tell me,
testing the
yeah,
boundaries?
yes, testing the boundaries. Yeah, so I've got this okay, this boy from a boys' school, okay. So a very well-known boys' school, okay. So this student, he says that, right, last time, like they will actually throw like the friend into the pond in school. Like, you know, on the birthday, or on like certain just random
Yes.
occasion, then they will just throw the friend into the pond or something. Then I'm like, huh? Yeah, so actually they find it very fun and like
It's a
very
cool act.
interesting, you know, that yeah, cool. They just find it very exciting, like very interesting like this.
Because it shows
Yeah,
that
so
you have
that's why
friends.
I'm like,
Yeah.
If you're being thrown in means like I have friends, I'm so
And all
cool,
this,
I'm wet and
yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's like you say, not taking a risk, law. You want to see what's the reaction of others.
Right. But if people don't like you, they won't
yeah,
even
yeah,
come
yeah.
close to you or remember it's your
Yeah,
birthday or want
Yeah,
to,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
touch you.
yeah,
So
that's true. That's
But
true, that's
but
true.
the thing is, our reaction, right, to these
Mm,
actions, right, as parents,
yeah.
mm.
also will affect whether your child will share it with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
parents, if you
definitely.
keep on
Yes.
nagging and putting down, they are
Mm,
not going to tell you no. And
mm,
one fine
Mm,
day when they do something really dangerous
mm.
and very,
mm.
very risky, for example, breaking the law, you're going to get a shock of your life.
Mm.
Yes,
That's
So,
yes,
right.
yes.
so don't judge first. Listen.
Mm,
I feel
Yes.
listen, yeah. I'll be very honest, I was at this stage before. I took a lot of risk. Okay, so my mom is the one that will nag, but she listens. So I feel safe telling her. I feel safe telling her. So I think you still want your child to feel safe telling her. So when the next time when I want to take a higher risk, I actually consider my mom. Yeah, because I'm a real risk taker when I was young. If you ask me to jump like parkour style, I would. Yeah,
Can
but
tell. Can tell.
yeah, I actually took my first bungee jump without telling my parents, when I was 16. I went Batam with my friends, and then they don't have those rules. So what I'm trying to say is, parents, yeah, the next time when your teenage child wants to do anything risky, right? But because you don't judge and you listen, you may be surprised that they will restrain themselves.
That's true. That's
Okay.
very true.
Wow. So it's
That's
the
my
other
tip
way
number
around.
one.
So that's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a good tip, parents? You want to let me know any other tips that you will.
Yeah, it's really food for thought, parents.
Yeah.
I'll share from my perspective. So my son doesn't speak a lot since primary school. I mean, he's just quiet. So you go secondary school, he's even quieter. So I didn't want that to carry on, or that phase be like, oh, it's all teens are like that, so I just leave it. So I changed my way of getting him to interact and speak and share a bit more with me. So in secondary school, when he reached Sec 1, right, I started to ask, I don't ask questions like, have you done your homework, what homework you have? So I started off asking with, did something funny happen in class today? So it really took him a while to calibrate what is funny. Maybe everything happening in class is very tense, some parts are funny, but he couldn't sieve out what needs to be shared or could be shared. So that question go on almost like every day. So in the car with the siblings and even at home going to bed, I say, anything happened in class today? Do you have any funny teacher, or do you have a favorite teacher? Who's a clown in the class? Yeah, keep it very humorous. So then you realize that first he tests by sharing simple jokes, like what the teacher said. Then later on, his sharing became bolder and bolder, exactly like what Joe is sharing right now, what she's saying. Yeah, so he can share about all the naughty things that every boy is doing in class. How they WhatsApp or Google or do whatever under the desk behind the, so the teacher will walk towards them, they put the phone aside, right? Show the teacher that they are actually searching for a word in the dictionary, because the teacher said, take out your phones and then search for the meaning of the word. So they search. Then the teacher turn and walk away, right? Then they switch window to play game. So after 5 minutes, the teacher turned around and asked, have you found the word? Actually, the kid's still playing game, right? Then quickly switch window back to the searching word.
Oh my.
So the boy brought the phone up, but so everyone sat behind could see from Brawl Stars change to searching for the meaning of the word, right? So he shared those things with me, but like what Joe say, don't judge. Don't judge, don't comment, because you keep the jokes coming. You just keep it coming. Then you can probably say things like, yeah, so what happened after that? The teacher found out what happened to the boy, you know? Yeah. So I think the rest of it, I think you can leave it for your own child to decipher what is right and what is wrong. Will you be doing what your friend is doing? Or would you raise your hand and let the cat out of the bag and get your friend into trouble? Right? Which stand or what you want to do, I think the child knows. I mean, I'm not sure am I
Yes.
right or wrong.
Yes. Yes. You're right. You're
But
right.
it's very hard. I must
Yes.
tell you, it's very hard. The words that come out from my mouth almost like, hey, you shouldn't do that, Will you do that? I was like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. Because I want more
Good.
of this truth to come out later on.
You're right. Very good. A very yes. That's a very good tip. Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So right. Let me quickly go on to the tips already. Okay. I think
Yes.
you have already mentioned like almost half of all the tips that I want to give.
Good,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Reiterate
That's
them.
a very
Yeah.
wonderful one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So right. I was saying right. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, right. Mental health at this phase is a big issue. Okay, mental health is really a big issue. Okay, I've known quite a number of students who actually have this kind of condition, like eating disorder, okay, or like anorexia. Yes, okay, that happens. All right. Then also like another possible condition is psychosis. Okay, psychosis is also quite common. Okay, so they will start to have hallucinations and all that. Okay, that is also quite common. But okay, as parents, right, should actually you have to observe. Okay, you have to observe because this will not suddenly appear overnight. So it's actually over a period of time. So you have to observe whether the kid starts to get more and more reserved, start to get more and more closed up. But if all along the kid is like quiet, that kind, right, then but that kind also have to be careful. Sometimes, right, quiet doesn't mean that he or she is like really that. It could be because of how the parent actually forced the kid, then in the end become like that. Okay, it may not be his or her natural self. Okay, so this have to observe over time. Okay, all right. Then depression. Okay, depression is also a common issue. Okay, and especially those who are on depressive drugs. Okay, those that actually help to counter depression. Okay, because those drugs, right, I heard from a counselor, okay, a school counselor, that those drugs, right, can actually sometimes it will trigger impulse. Okay, it will trigger excitement. Okay, because those drugs are meant to lift the spirit, like help to lift the mood of the kid. Okay, but sometimes it will go a bit overboard. So as a result, the kid actually like in the end, right, like would like commit suicide or something. Okay, so such things do happen. Okay, so sometimes, right, they don't kill themselves because of depression, but because of the drugs, actually, because of the drugs that they take. Yeah, those drugs actually trigger that impulse, that happiness. It's like them having that kind of, yeah, then they will suddenly like just jump off or something. Okay, so have to be careful, especially if they are on especially if they're on medication. Okay, this kind of medication. Okay. Okay, so suicide, okay, is the fourth leading cause out there. Okay, among
the age group
teens.
is so young.
Yes, yes.
It's rising.
Yeah, okay.
I think even the
Okay.
first liner parents, mental health starts from 10.
Yeah,
Don't think it starts from
correct.
13 or 14, from 10. That is like my daughter,
Yes.
younger than my daughter, primary 4.
Because sometimes it's accumulated. Okay, it doesn't happen overnight. That means it's
Yeah.
over like a period of time.
And then there's a lot of studies that shows that genes plays a part. A lot of the children, I think 3/4, their mothers actually. Mothers are the one who are also very susceptible to mental illness. Yeah, so parents, you need to know your state as well. You may think that we may think that that is okay, but you might be surprised how you sound and your child, like just now teacher Nicole already mentioned, they judge you by your emotion. So you may say something but you don't look like that, it doesn't match. So they are actually copying. So one of my when I was a teenager, I have a friend, she has schizophrenia. Okay,
How
at
old?
16.
Wow.
So of course she's okay now, but then the thing was as an adult right now, she actually told me that her mom told her that you are allowed to be sad. So she finds it very curious, why the word allow? Because we parents would just say it's okay, let it out. You can be sad, you let out, like that's what we usually say. But her mom used the word allow. Yeah, so just that sentence, right? It haunted my friend for a good 3/4 of her life. So to her, is you're not allowed to be sad unless you're around close ones, trusted ones. So guess what? She never had a trusted one or close one. She always closed door on people. Because she doesn't want that. She doesn't want that permission. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's very interesting how we, so I really think that this is a big issue. I totally agree. Yeah, we have to be aware.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, but okay, move on.
Okay. So all right. So communication is actually extremely important okay, because
Okay.
parents have to provide this safe environment for
Mm.
them. Okay, even
Mm.
though I tell you something. Okay, a lot of kids are not willing to admit. Okay, they will not admit that they need
Mm.
this loving support. Okay, from the
Mm.
parents. They will
Okay.
never admit. Okay,
Because it's
but the
uncool.
thing is yeah, it's not cool. But the
Not
thing
cool.
is, deep down, actually they still need that.
Dying.
They are still not so independent. Okay, in fact, they are quite dependent on the parents.
Yeah,
Okay,
dying
they
for
still
your
need
love.
the parents' approval. Correct. Okay, they still need adults to believe in them, to encourage them. Okay, and then okay, and then they still need to be dependent on parents. Okay, for support and security.
So
Okay,
now I know why your students love talking to you. Because you're that teacher who replaced that role and able to
Yeah.
let them freely what's the word
Confide.
confide
confide
all
in.
their
Yeah.
problems and tell you everything
Mm.
because you don't judge them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
so even when
Yes.
you're teaching math, in the midst of teaching math, there's a little small talks and conversation going on in house school. Yeah, it's your birthday today. Wow, happy birthday. Oh, and then the kids so like, oh, you know, like even this teacher, my tuition teacher only just like remember
Yeah.
it means so much to them. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can't run away on. So usually, right?
Mm.
Yes, we definitely will have to have conversations that are outside of the classroom. Okay, with
Yes.
this
Hey,
kid.
that's not
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
Not all
Yes.
teachers like that, you know. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why it
Oh.
makes you a
Correct.
great teacher, because not
Yes.
all teachers will want to talk about things that's happening outside the subject.
I need to finish my
Yeah.
worksheet, you know. If I talk some more,
Yeah.
I have no time.
Yeah.
But you don't
Mm.
realize that actually when you have small talks with your children or your
Mm.
students, right? If parents are sitting in there, you
Mm,
actually lift up their spirit, their mood. They
correct.
feel happier. The work gets done faster.
Mm.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
happy kids
Yes.
equates to motivated kids. Really.
Yes. That's true. That's true.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
also
And I
parents,
realized something.
another
Yeah.
tip is must surround your child with positive adults. So whether is it
Mm.
Yeah.
teachers or people, okay, like my own children, right? I really surround them with a village. Faith knows. Yeah, my kids always have like loving uncles and aunties. Yeah, because I also need a break. Yeah, so I will happily let anyone take my child away. I need a break.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it's very important.
Yeah. Okay. All
Mm,
right. So
mm,
one thing that I want to address is the part on letting them control their lives. Okay. But I don't
Okay.
mean that by this they like to control their lives, right?
Okay.
mm,
Doesn't mean that you let them
mm,
do it 100%. Okay.
Mm.
But the
Mm.
thing is, okay, they must have this they must know that they can actually
Mm.
control certain things that they want. Okay, you must give them this freedom, this autonomy. So that means, right, if any decisions, right, that will actually impact them, you let them play a part in the decision making process. Okay,
mm,
you don't treat them like kids anymore, because they don't want to be treated like kids.
mm,
Yeah, they
mm,
want
mm,
to see that you actually trust them.
mm,
Yes.
mm,
So
mm.
sometimes, right, can ask them to do like certain important task. Okay, sometimes they say, oh, I see that I need some very responsible person to help me out. Yes, then they were like, oh, okay, I'm the one, I'm the responsible one or something. Yes. Okay, so they need to have this they want to feel that they are important, they are like an adult now, like that.
Mm,
Yes.
mm.
Yes. So we have to create this this
So
let them feel that they are like
what
that.
should we say to them when when you speak to them and
Mm.
they always respond with I don't know, anything.
Huh? I don't know. I don't
Mm.
know. That
I
means they
don't
are not
know.
willing to tell you.
Oh no, then what
Mm.
do
Yeah,
you
that
want
means
to
that
eat?
they don't want to
What do you
tell
want for
you.
dinner? This or that? I don't know.
Oh, that means that it's not important to them.
It
Like that
means
means that
not
the dinner
important to
thing,
them. Okay.
no, the dinner thing, right? That means
Mm,
that okay, it's not like so important that they must decide
make a
like that.
decision.
So to them maybe okay lor, anything. Like you just decide for me like that. I don't want to decide on this kind of thing. Yeah. So if they say
Oh,
anything, I
okay.
don't know, then you just decide for them.
So
Yeah.
then if we decide like, okay, on Sunday morning, shall we go to the
Mm.
beach, or should we go for a walk in the park? What do you want? I don't know. Does it everything also I don't know. So how? I think
You
the
just
best is stay at home and play handphone lah. That is the best lah. But my option don't have that, you see. It's either you choose the beach or the park. Then I
mm.
don't know. So what's your
Okay,
interpretation, teacher?
if okay, that happens. Okay, if let's say they say
Yeah.
I don't know, right? Then you say okay lah, then I choose for you Then you don't in the end come and like scold me or anything. Then if they say oh okay, then you just choose. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So just
I
make the decision for them and then tell them like in advance that like if I make the wrong decision you have to bear the consequence. Okay, if I make the wrong decision, you have to go ahead with it.
mm,
Okay, then they'll be like then okay lor, like this.
I
Yes.
know that I
Mm.
think it ever happened before. Can't quite remember that if I prompt or push a bit more for an answer, the answer would
Mm.
be I don't want. I just want to stay home. So going out
Yeah.
is a I don't have a choice option. So
That means that it could be that the kid right doesn't like I said just now, it could be like he actually doesn't want to share, actually doesn't really want to share what he actually feels. Yeah. So that is the case. Yeah. So when sometimes right when he say I don't know, but it's not in a like in a when you can tell that it's not actually in
okay.
actually he has something to hide. That means that he actually is not willing to share. In fact, right, to be honest, at this age, right, not most but a substantial number, okay, of kids, right, don't share everything with the parents.
Yes.
They start to
In
hide.
fact, okay, they can share with the school teacher, they can share with the friends,
Friends,
but they won't share with the parents.
parents.
Yes.
Yeah. So they can
Yeah.
even tell the school teacher that they have a relationship or something, but they want the teacher to keep it like a
A
secret.
secret.
I cannot tell the parent. Yeah.
Mm,
Yes.
mm.
That do
So
happen.
again, not because
Yeah.
parents judge, and then we will
Yes.
jump. So it's the same. And
Yes.
but the thing is, a lot of parents, right? Because as our baby grow up, from 100% or rather 200%, everything from the color of the poop to what you eat, everything, you know everything. Then suddenly you have this individual that is totally different from what you imagine. Sometimes we also need to adjust our own parent expectation. I feel, yeah, I have spoken to so many parents, and sometimes they will say things like, I never expected my child to be like that. They
Right.
cannot accept actually your child now is his own person. So he's actually allowed to keep secrets. Or she is allowed to keep secrets. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so let me share with you some of the basic rules, okay? Now to hints and tips already, okay? Important hints and tips, okay?
Okay.
So some of the basic rules, okay, that you have to bear in mind. These are basic rules first, okay? So with that in mind, right, then I go on to share the 10 tips, all right? Okay, you have to think about your verbal and non-verbal conversations, communication with them, okay? Meaning, right, you have to pay a lot of attention on the words you use. Okay, the word usage. For example, okay, when you say things like you don't call them like if their results are not good, okay, don't use the word like you're stupid, okay, or something. Okay, don't use that kind of word, or say that, or something like, oh, you will not have a future, or that kind of thing. Okay, don't say this kind of thing. Okay, because that will actually make them feel very bad, especially those right with issues one. Okay, those with like maybe I mean, those are not common lah, but maybe like substance abuse, etc. Okay, we don't use the word like at risk. Like you are at risk, you are like vulnerable. Yeah, these kind of words, okay, actually mean a lot to them. Okay, they just feel that you have already placed them in that group already. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't use those words. Okay, and also think about the tone, okay, of your voice. Okay, sometimes you may accidentally like yeah, the pitch. Okay,
I
may
know
suddenly
the
raise
tone
a
can be
bit,
like,
or
wow, good job. Good
yeah,
job. Good
yes,
lah,
yes,
good.
something like that. Yeah, yeah. So sometimes
Sarcastic
right,
good lah. Very
yeah,
like
sometimes it may not be intentional. Sometimes it could be like you just say something, then you may think that, how come how come the kid suddenly asked me, are you being sarcastic? I'm like, huh? I didn't say anything. What? Yeah, how come he asked me whether I'm being
Your
sarcastic?
tone.
Okay. Yes, just because of a little bit, a little change in the tone.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the kid will pick up and then will say like, oh, you're being sarcastic. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to be very, very careful. Okay. Usually as teachers, right, we use a lot of humor, okay, to build that rapport. I use a lot of
Thank
like
you.
humor, a lot of like
Well
friendships
said.
like this, okay, to build that rapport. Okay. It's extremely important. Okay. Then also, okay, young people, right? Okay, like I said just now, they are very, very good at spotting fakes. That means they know
What?
that you are
Sorry?
trying to, spotting fakes. They
Oh.
know they are trying too hard. Yeah, they know. Okay, they know. So they'll be like, huh? How come she's trying to be cool? Like why she's trying so hard? Yeah, they can
Right.
tell. Okay, so don't try too hard. Okay, don't like go too hard. Like trying to be like them like that. They will be like, they will cringe. They will tell me, oh, teacher, this is so cringy. Yeah, they will say something like this. Okay, so don't try too hard. Okay, just be yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
another
They will look up
interesting
to you
thing.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, another interesting point, right? I realize is that a lot of kids, right, teenagers, okay, they like facts, like they like statistics.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when you tell them like how heavy is a cake, okay, you give them statistics, right? Okay, so instead of telling them your opinions. So for example, right, when you teach them something, okay, like a life lesson or something, okay, instead of telling them I think, I believe, I this, I that, right? Then you have to show some rational explanations and stats. Yeah, okay. So
Oh.
maybe like like a newspaper article, like like with a survey or something. Yeah, then
Oh.
they will. Yeah, yes, this is how
Okay, I'm
it should
seriously
come.
shocked.
Yes, really. If not, you can try it on your like
Wow.
teenage kid. Okay,
Okay.
like when you
Okay.
show them like stats, right, real stats, right, they'll be like more attentive, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, so that's it, like that.
Mm.
So they will try to accept. Yeah. Really. Okay, try it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, first thing, okay, one of my tips, the first tip, okay, listen. Okay, very important. Okay, so we do not interrogate our the student. Okay, we don't say something like what, okay, what you are doing, okay, why you are doing this, okay, who you are with. Okay, don't go on and on and on about the the keep asking and asking and asking. Why are you home so late? Who were you with? Then keep asking, right? You go on and on and on. If you want to know what is going on, if you really want to know what is going on, right? If you are really curious about his or her life, okay, actually, right, you can just like what teacher Faith did, okay, just ask a leading question, okay, ask a leading question and then see whether you just sit back and then try to listen, okay, see whether the kid will spill out anything or say anything.
Be
But if
patient.
he or she
Must
does,
wait.
yeah, be patient, correct. If he or she, right, is unwilling to share anything, right, then we just drop it.
Mm.
We just drop. Okay, that means you just mentioned already. If you sense that like he's unwilling to open up about this thing,
Mm.
okay, then you just let it go. Okay, so don't
Okay.
keep asking like why are you like that? What da da da? I'm concerned
Right.
about you, so please tell me da 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 da. Don't. Okay, because the more you try to preach, right, the worse it will become. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then another thing is we have to validate their feelings. Okay. What this mean, right, is that a lot of parents are, as like you said, okay, like you see them from like babies to like adults or like to teenagers. Okay, so you suddenly you can't get past this, like that they are still kids, that kind of mindset. Okay, but at this age, right, they want to solve their own problems as well. Okay, so parents have a high tendency, right, to try to solve problems for them. Like I solve problem for you, like I tell you what to do. Okay, but actually we should try to empathize. Okay, so empathy is very important for them. Okay, so when they tell you something, don't try to downplay their disappointment. Like for example, they tell you, oh, I'm very upset about certain things that happen in school. I'm upset my teacher say this about me. Okay, so you don't like try to downplay it. Don't like, yeah, never mind, like it's just a random comment. Okay, don't say things like that, because to them, right, they need this empathy. Okay, they need to know that, oh, you understand that. Okay, you understand that the friends actually say something about them and then they are unhappy. Okay, so we need to lend them our listening ear. So sometimes, right, I spend like half an hour after lesson, right, to listen to all this.
Right.
I'm this girl who always tell me all these things. So I spend half an hour after lesson to listen. Then she
Oh,
will like,
but that's so cool of you. You know, like
yeah,
It means so
yeah.
much,
she
you
needs
know.
it means so much to her. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She could
So
have come
sometimes
for
she
lesson just to wait for that 30
Mm,
minutes with you, you know. It
mm.
means so much
So
to her.
sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes she will like text and ask me whether she can speak with me on the phone. Okay. So
Mm,
that happens.
Mm.
Okay. But this is how we should build our relationship with teenagers. Okay. All right.
Right.
Another thing is we have to show trust. Okay. So you need to tell them that, oh, you are actually taking them very seriously. Okay. So you
mm,
don't
mm,
treat them
mm,
like kids
mm,
anymore. You don't like, oh,
mm,
you are a
mm,
kid like
mm,
that. Yeah.
mm,
Okay. Treat
mm,
them very seriously.
mm,
Okay, so let them do some important tasks. Okay, like I
Mm.
mentioned just now.
Mm.
Okay, let them
mm,
handle something important.
Okay.
Okay,
mm, mm,
so
mm.
don't be a dictator.
Okay. Good
Okay,
point.
I know this is a very common thing. Okay,
Mm.
parents
Mm.
like to say you must do this.
Mm.
Okay, or else something will happen. Okay,
Mm.
or else
Mm,
something will
mm,
happen. If
Or
you
else I
keep
take away your
doing
phone,
this,
oh.
mm,
yeah, if you keep doing this, then you will become like what? Okay, you will da 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 da. Okay. Do you know how bad it is for you? Okay. I know a lot of parents like that. You know how bad this is for you or not? Da, 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 da.
Whatever
Okay,
I'm
go
doing
on and
is
on
for
and
your
on.
own good.
Yeah. Okay, then a lot like to say, no, 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 you are wrong. Wow, this is the worst. Okay, no, 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 you are
Okay.
wrong. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, that's the worst. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we have to set boundaries. Yes, we cannot live 100% to them. Okay, we have to set some boundaries. Okay, but then we have to be ready to explain why we are setting that boundary. Okay,
Mm.
so they want to
Mm.
hear rational explanations, like back to the rule. Okay, the third rule, very
mm,
important. Okay, they want to hear very
mm,
rational explanations.
mm.
Mm.
Better. Okay, it's
Back
even
by
better
stats.
if you can support.
Mm.
Yeah, if you can support by stats. Okay, or like by facts. Okay, then they'll
Mm.
be like, okay, that's fair. Okay, like this. Okay, all right. Praise is also very important. Okay, oh yeah,
I
praise.
cannot
Okay,
overdo
so
it. But you cannot overdo it.
yes, you cannot overdo. Okay, you praise for a while only. Okay, praise for a while. Okay, don't like go on and on like, oh, you're so beautiful,
So
you're so
parents we
handsome.
cannot
Okay,
be too generous with our praise. Cannot be too
Mm.
generous. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
tell you,
Okay,
I
they
think I
still
got a lot to learn.
mm, yeah, they still need that self-esteem boost, by the way. Okay, by the way, at this age, right, it's not really about like how kids would appreciate the praise. Okay, but at this age,
Mm.
Yeah.
right, it's more like a self-esteem thing. Okay, it's more like a self-esteem boost,
So
especially the
difficult.
boys. Especially the boys, really, they have this ego, right? So when you
Uh-huh.
tell them, oh, you are fantastic like this, they'll be like, oh yes, I'm fantastic. Yeah, then they will do everything for you. Nice, nice. Yes,
But
this is what
it's
I
but I honestly I tell you this, I can feel it because you all know me, I'm very drama. Yeah, so when I see my children, right, I will hug them and then, oh, mommy loves you so much, Mwah, my princess,
Overdo it.
oh
Overdo it.
oh
yeah, so
oh
my kids can't stand it. I mean my son.
yeah
But they're so used to it.
yeah.
You know,
Boys
mommy
cannot.
has been like that all the while. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
boys will be like, oh my god.
But I
yeah
think that
yeah.
I think parents do it in your own way. I think I kind of like know now. I feel this session is very useful for me. Seriously. Okay. Okay. I think I know. Yeah. Okay. Now, right. Let's.
Okay,
Yeah.
then avoid poking fun at their appearance. Okay, so don't say something like, oh, today you look so cute. Cute. Okay, they will be like, cute, what does
Yeah.
it
Cute
mean?
is actually
Cute.
a banned word, right, in teenage.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
it's
will
a
be like,
banned
huh?
word.
I look
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why, right? I know some people, right? Especially to the sec one, sec two, because they still have this baby face, right? Okay, some of them will say, oh, you look so cute. You look
Okay.
so cute. Wow, I tell you, in their heart, right? They are like, oh my god, I still look cute. Like I don't look handsome now, I still look cute. Yeah, so they are actually quite affected. Okay, so bear that in mind. Okay, all
Mm.
right. Okay, next, don't try to be cool. Okay, don't force yourself to be something that you are not. Okay, don't try to be too cool. Okay, because they can actually see through that. Okay, so
So
don't try
mommy
too hard.
cannot suddenly become
Okay,
Korean star.
yeah, cannot. Yeah, to them they will be like, oh my god, like you're trying too hard to be like them. Okay, so don't try. Okay, don't try too hard. Just be yourself. Okay. Then another thing is I know some
Oh,
mummies, right, like to complain. Okay, like to complain. Okay, then they like to talk about things that were back in the good old days. To say like last time, then last time. Okay, it's always about last time. Okay, so always like to complain about how things were last time, but the truth is, right, it's no longer last time. Yeah,
but this
now
is
it's no
really
longer
hard.
last
This is
time.
really hard. This one I can
Yeah,
relate. It's really hard because you know your child will have
yeah.
some bad habits, right? That will always wow set off a bomb in you. Yeah, like my boy, he has certain bad habits, right? Like he doesn't, like for
Mm,
example, he doesn't cap the toothpaste. You know, he doesn't
mm,
cap it.
mm,
Wow, that one
mm,
will always
mm,
just triggers it off. You can't help it. Yeah, but
mm.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
reminders.
Yeah. Then you don't complain about last time already. Yeah. Then you now compare yourself last time
I
with
never complained about last time.
now.
It's just that this thing never changed. So it's a
Never
evergreen thing.
change. Yeah, but you
Evergreen.
don't go on and on and on about it.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they will be like,
Reminder. Okay, can.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Control your emotions. Control your emotions. I know a lot of parents will lose it, especially the kids now become very rude. Okay, some kids very rude now. Okay, they will talk back.
Yeah.
They will like
Yeah.
then a lot of parents start to lose the temper. Okay, but you have to bear in mind they are teenagers. They are controlled by emotions. Okay, so they are not very rational at this stage. So that is why, right, we don't respond in kind. That means we don't like do the same thing. We don't like like shout at them also. Okay, so
I
we don't do
always,
that. Okay.
yes, I agree. I always tell my
Mm-mm.
friends and the parents that if you lose your emotion, right, you will lose everything. You will
Yes.
definitely lose everything because you're going to engage in this power struggle, emotion roller coaster with your child. You will lose one. You will be the greatest loser. Yeah. So control yourself.
Yes. Okay. Final point. Okay. Remember,
Yeah.
okay, if you want to really build rapport with your kids, right? Okay, do things together with them. Okay, sometimes, right, communication isn't just about talking. Okay, in fact, a lot
Yeah.
of kids nowadays, right, they because they don't really want to open up so much. Then in that
Mm.
case, right, maybe by doing things together with them, okay, you can actually um just do things, okay, that both of you enjoy. Okay, so that the kid will know that he or she can be in proximity with you. Okay, can be
Yeah.
like can actually confide in you. Okay, if he or she wants to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you share some positive experiences with them, right? But don't keep asking very intrusive questions. Okay, don't like while you do something, go hiking, then in the process, right, keep asking, what are you doing in school? Why are you doing this? Why are you da, 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 da? Wow, I tell you, in future, right, the kid will not want to go out with you anymore. Okay, so build positive experiences,
That's
but
why I said be a
just
teenage.
focus on other things.
Yeah, but being a parent of a teen is so hard. So much strategizing to do. You know, like you must plan, you must strategize, you must watch out. Okay, never mind. I think it's going to
Yeah.
be
Okay.
okay, parents. I think this is going to be
Mm,
the journey of our lifetime. It's going to be so fun, right?
mm, mm. Try to
Okay.
avoid asking intrusive questions. That's the very important point. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that's it. Okay, for my presentation. Okay. If you have
Not
anything,
present
right,
and
can always
Kopitalk.
reach me.
Thank you everyone for
Kopitalk.
joining us. Thank you. Yeah, due to the technical error, we also but we also dragged a bit. Thank you. Let us know if this was something useful for you. Maybe can thumbs up to show us. You know that teacher. You all feel that it was. Just press a thumbs up or heart love. You know, to let us know that today was a good session for you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh, great. Okay, and if you would like us to, share more about how to, communicate effective with your teenager, let us know. Yes, maybe can write something nice for teacher Nicole. Yeah, it's a first Kopitalk, and I think she did so well. I learned so much today. I'm serious. I learned so much. Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend now, she's very funny. She said that talking to my teenage daughter is worse than facing the Godzilla. Yeah, teenage, when your child goes to the teenage years, it's definitely not easy. But we are always here, to support you better, to help each other in this parenting journey. Okay, right. Thank you very much. Yeah, so
Thank
see you again soon,
you.
parents. Okay, have a good lunch, everybody. Bye-bye.